Well, hello there. Good morning again. So this now will be my review for Fairy Tale chapter 353 called Dark um, Dark Magic's Purification. So this chapter was good. Was a very good chapter for me, in my opinion. Because at the start we do have the continuation of the talk between Igneo, Natsu, and the others, and we learn that Igneo, no, Atlas Flame, Natsu, and the others, and eventually Wendy was kind of detecting that Atlas Flame was already dead, and what they were seeing was only a residual memory of him, and he kind of had his memory scrambled or shaken or something like that. But eventually he reveals that apparently the reason why I think Emil disappeared was because he was actually trying to stop magic from the ref called End. And I think this is kind of foreshadowing that basically the battle with Zeref will be the last battle of Fairy Tail, and the fight against Zeref will be the end of Fairy Tail. I think. So that was, well, interesting. And then eventually Flair kind of prays in a way to Atlas Flame to save the village and such, and he uses his last power to unfroze all the space. But he also explains and reveals that all this space was frozen by a mage, Devil Slayer mage, with the powers of ice. So I don't know why I'm kind of thinking that this guy is in some way related with Ul. I don't know if this guy could be Ul's husband or not, but I kind of feel that it's highly possible that this guy could be Ul's husband, because when we see kind of another demon speaking with a guy from the back, he is in the a frozen region. I will assume that he is in the north, where Grey and Lion were taught by Ul, and he actually says or reveals that he was visiting a grave. So this I'm kind of inclined to believe that the guy that appeared at the last page in the chapter, by the way, this guy looks badass as hell, is actually a mage, and I will assume that he's one of the top mage of the Dark Guild Tartarus, and he is called Lord Silver. By He is treated by Lord Silver by this demon-like creature. So this kind of brings me to the point that probably this guy is one of the top, most powerful mages of this dark guild. So that was quite interesting, and it's interesting because we do learn that there, besides the Dragon Slayer magic, besides the God Slayer magic, well, I guess that the Demon Slayer magic is even more powerful than all the previous ones. So I guess this guy will have a level of power off the charts. I will assume that. Probably Tartarus will be the OP guys of this, or at least a small group of them will be the OP guys of this, besides Zeref, obviously. But well, that was very interesting, and the looking of this guy is quite something, and is kind of intimidating, and well, and he also kind of appears similar in a way to Gildarts. It's strange, but um, that was interesting, and well, we also see that they do fulfill the mission that was given to them by Deckard Cain. They unfrozen and solve the mystery of the village of the giants. The giants were all unfrozen, and eventually we also see the end of confrontation between Erza and Minerva. And Minerva, after all the giants become unfrozen, she kind of leaves and withdraws. And even if Erza tries to reasoning with her that don't be consumed by the dark side and such, Minerva says, I don't care about it, because it will be my darkness that will eventually prevail in the end, and not the other guy's darkness, and that darkness will absorb me. That will not gonna happen. So I guess we will see Minerva a couple more times during the next chapters. So that was quite good. I liked a lot of this chapter. It was quite interesting. The revelation about Zirith, that probably Ignil fights Zirith and failed, as portrayed by Atlas Flame. Probably that's the reason why Ignil vanished. Probably alongside the other dragons. I guess that's possible. They all fight against Zirith, but they were not able to beat him, and they either were destroyed, sent to another dimension, or go into hiding or something like that. Strength to strength their own forces. We learn that Zereth possesses a power called the End. We don't know exactly what is the End, but for a dragon to fear it, and for the king of the dragons try to fight him and be defeated or unable to beat him, that means something important. And then we have the the solution of the case, or the mission of Undown by Fairy Tail by Deckard Cain, and we also see for the first time a mage of the Tartarus Guild. So, and if all the members of Tartarus Guild are in that way, and apparently that level of power, they were quite something. And my question is all members of Tartarus, those all of them have Devil Slayer magic powers? Because Gray knows about it. When he was thinking about the ice and the guy and such, it's kinda hinted that Gray knows that are some people that have this kind of power, but for instance Lucy, Natsu, Wendy and others, they do apparently do not know nothing about this kind of magic. So that's kinda makes you wondering about what Gray knows, what is the full extent of the knowledge that Gray has. Makes you wonder. But I must say that the final page with that guy, Silver, Lord Silver from Tartarus, well, it was fantastic. It was badass. It was a fantastic cliffhanger. So I'm looking forward to see other mages of Tartarus and what they can do, because we already see a part, and I guess the fact that this guy froze this entire space is all a small fraction of his power. So that was quite interesting. So that's it. So this is my review for Fairy Tail chapters 353. Hope you enjoy. Stay well, peace, and see you soon.